by that I mean, I think they need to get away from what they've done most of the year, which is have LeBron play off the ball, which I think has been relatively effective, but have him off the ball. He's not always initiating the offense. Some guys are initiating offense for him at times. I think you have to go back to when LeBron James is the system. LeBron has to be the primary ball handler, not every single possession, but primarily he needs to be the one bringing the ball up the court. I think they need to let him control tempo, slow the game down. When you slow down the game in the NBA, you minimize the difference in talent disparities between two teams. So slow it down like he did when he was playing for Cleveland in 2015 when they were facing Golden State in the finals without Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. And he will create the offense for himself and his teammates. Andre Drummond, get him some easy buckets in a pick and roll at the rim. The other players need to be at the three-point line. LeBron will get them shots in drive and kick situations. Now, the other guys need to hit the shot. They're shooting 29% from three in the playoffs. They shot 35% during the regular season. So that's a big part of why they're tied 2-2 instead of ahead 3-1. Their shooters have got to hit shots. As far as statistically, I think LeBron needs about 36. I may be a little low, but I think 36 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds. I need a stat line like that at least. And as long as AD is out, he's got to average somewhere between 30 and 40 points a game for the Lakers to have a shot.
So what about 30, 12, and 9 on 60% shooting, 40% from three? Broussard, would that get you close to what you're talking about? 30 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists, 60% from the field, 40% from three for LeBron.
If he can get Drummond to have a 20 and 14 game, and some of the other guys, I don't know if KCP, we'll see if he plays, but Wes Matthews, Ben McLemore, whoever it is, if they're hitting threes, then that'll work.
Because the reason I ask if 30, 12, and 9 on 60, 40 splits would be enough is, in order to do that, he's going to have to turn back the clock all the way to October in the finals, because that's what he averaged. Everyone's got to calm down a bit.
Davis
and I want everybody.
Anthony Davis.
And they also. I understand, and they also were up against a team that at the time was far better defensively than this Suns team is, with Bam and Jimmy Butler and that Heat team that was way better last year. I want everybody. This is like Brandon actually probably as well. Brandon and I are probably the only people on this show that have ever had some legal issues, maybe some outstanding warrants. Brandon, I'm with you on that. You ever get a letter where they're like, hey, there's amnesty day? Meaning, if you show up at the courthouse on this day, any of the fines for the outstanding warrants are going to be waived. We just want you to pay what you owe. I am offering to everyone on this show an amnesty for all the overreaction from yesterday. If they want to today do what I know the angel on your shoulder wants to do, which is be like, wait. It's a best of 3, and LeBron's looking the best he's looked since before the injury. I'm going to go with LeBron. Wait. For everyone on the Suns, other than Chris Paul and Jay Crowder, this is the biggest game of their life. I'm going to go with LeBron. Wait. Once in the last decade, a team other than the Golden State Warriors has ended LeBron's season. And 0 times in human history has LeBron's season ended in the first round of the playoffs. I'm going to go with LeBron. So we can, Brandon, Wild, Broussard, just think about it. I'll let everyone off the hook if they want to say I've come to my senses and I understand that LeBron will have his hand on the joystick. He'll control every aspect of the game. And I'm going to be like, that's why he's the best player I've ever seen. That's why. Brandon, you want to take it? Or else tomorrow's going to be ugly.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not going to waver. Look, I'm so glad you're doubling down on what you said yesterday. Wow. I'm gonna steal a page out of Nick's book. What does he always say?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm old enough to remember the conversation from yesterday. So what does LeBron have to do tonight for the Lakers to beat the Suns without AD? Yesterday they just said nothing. They said they didn't need AD. So LeBron just have to continue to do what he did. Now, Nick, you did go on to say, you know, look, he'll go from playing 36, 37 minutes to 40-plus minutes because this plus-minus ratio when he's on the court, it's just outstanding. So he'll play more, and then that means they'll probably control the game and they'll win the game. So nothing, Jenna, nothing extra. Even earlier on in the show, it was the A block, the B block, where Nick said he just has to be the king. That's all he has to do, just be the king. So, look, I'm one that said it all falls on AD. I said this before the series started. I said this when we were back in April. Like, this is just AD. AD needs to be healthy. AD needs to go back to where he was in a bubble for this team to be a real contender, for them to repeat. Because when you go back to the bubble, when you just talked about October, Nick, AD played phenomenal. AD stepped up. AD was the one that hit the game winner. AD was the one that was dropping 36 alongside of LeBron James. So when you think about how the NBA is constructed today, you need two guys. Hell, sometimes you need three guys to get it done. So while, you know, I'm glad that Nick is doubling down, and I see the bass in Chris Broussard's voice is like deflated right now.
Okay, we need a bass in the voice meter to see how confident people are. Broussard, here's the thing about the Suns. Everyone talks about the Suns being a two-star team. Even our graphics you got Devin Booker, you got Chris Paul. There are 3 number 1 picks in this series. It's LeBron, it's Anthony Davis, and it's Ayton. I want to see Ayton deliver us the promise of the premise. Like, this guy can be a game changer. He's doing great offensively. Now, Anthony Davis is not here. If you can shut down Drummond and don't let Gasol get out there and hit some threes, this could be the biggest game of your career. And when people talk about the Suns, they have to mention your name. When you were drafted, we thought that this was the beginning of the Suns' renaissance, and it has been to a point. He's been good, 21-16, 22-10, 22-11, 14-17, but we haven't seen a good 30-point game all year from DeAndre Ayton. Broussard, if he comes out and dominates like a true number 1 pick, I think we could start rewriting the narrative on DeAndre Ayton, which has been written already a little bit. Like, good guy. Good pick. Was he a dominant number 1? No. In other drafts, he would be further down the list. But he should come out, dominate, put his sort of star on the map, and make people talk about him. Well, not only when you're talking about the Suns, we're talking about great players in the league.
Well, I think the narrative partly has been written because of we don't have great big men anymore for the most part. You know, obviously there's a Joel Embiid and guys like that. But Ayton gets lost because he doesn't have the perimeter game of a Kevin Durant or somebody like that. And he doesn't, you know, we don't just put him on the block and throw it down to him and say, go get it, big boy, anymore. So he's a guy that can do both. And I think in this series, it's been a coming out party for him. It's been a revelation for a lot of people. I think he's playing tremendously. And I think he actually, Wiles, what you said earlier, if he can slow down DeAndre Ayton, Andre Drummond, and play well against Marc Gasol, they can have success. He's the perfect big man for that because he has the height and the length to battle Drummond down low, but he also has the athleticism to get out and guard Marc Gasol at the three-point line. So I think Ayton's played well. Look, Devin Booker's going to score more points. Chris Paul is going to have the ball in his hands, but Ayton is playing like a terrific second or third star for them in this series.
What kills Ayton, Wilds, is that he's in the same draft as Luka and Trae Young. So it's that even if he's really good, he's not Luka and he's not even Trae Young, even though he's been very good in this series. I think the Lakers are going to play a lot of Marc Gasol, which will draw Ayton away from the rim, which will create driving lanes for LeBron. So listen, Wilds doesn't do picks because he's scarred. Brandon is tripling down on the Suns. Broussard, Broussard, once upon a time,
I'm glad you brought it.
You were the LeBron guy. I don't know what happened, but you lost your way.
You came out